On this episode of Our American Republic, we will discuss property rights and how they came to be addressed in the U.S. Constitution. All too often, citizens in the modern era face tax increases, eminent domain issues, environmental protection matters, and a host of other so-called obligations of personal property that are placed upon us by our government. Can the government take these practices too far by consuming too much of an individual's private property for the public good? The issue of property rights was one that philosopher John Locke addressed in his two treatises of government. Locke broached the topic by concluding that all individual rights to property exist for all people from birth. He believed property included our bodies as well as all things that we as individuals can build, purchase, or personally own. Locke asserted that people create societies and governments to protect their essential needs, including life, liberty, and property. Therefore, if a government does not preserve the people's inalienable rights to individual property, Locke believed we should ask, what benefit does that government provide to its citizens? Heavily influenced by Locke's message, the founders incorporated the protection of property rights into the design of American colonial government. In 1776, the Virginia Declaration of Rights classified inalienable rights as the enjoyment of life and liberty, or the means of acquiring and possessing property, and pursuing and obtaining happiness and safety. Similarly, the New Hampshire Constitution contains the following: all men have certain natural, essential, and inherent rights, among which are the enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and, in a word, of seeking and obtaining happiness. State efforts like these which protected property rights ensured that the U.S. Constitution would protect property rights as well. The Constitution cemented these philosophies by ensuring that no entity within the United States holds the authority to single-handedly deprive a citizen of property. Also in 1791, the founders added the 2nd, 4th, 5th, 9th, and 10th Amendments to further ensure that no American government at any level would be legally allowed to violate the people's faith in the value and security of their own personal property. Property is essential to the well-being of mankind. Without food, we starve. Without shelter, we lie wholly at the mercy of nature. Property rights are the means by which people retain the ability to do as we so desire with our own possessions. The founders cherished property rights and authored the Constitution in a manner that would prohibit personal property from being subjected to arbitrary judgments of an overbearing government. How far should government claims on property reach? Under what circumstances should government be legally allowed to transfer property from one citizen to another? How should property rights limit government's ability to tax, penalize, or confiscate personal property?